Welcome back to the R-Rated Podcast. The R-Rated Podcast. This week's guest is... Welcome back to the R-Rated Podcast. Today's guest is Carla.
Hi.
And if you want to take a guess, or should we just give it away? What should we just give it away?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So Carlo does drag life. Woo! Is that even like the right term? Or should I say you're a drag queen?
I usually say drag entertainer.
Okay.
I don't know why. It sounds more like uplifted.
It does, and it's like bougie.
Yeah. Drag queen sounds so like backwoods, like corner bar.
Yeah.
I like to think I like to think I'm a little above that, but you know.
Are. So I want to start from the beginning. Where are you from? Are you LA native, or
I'm originally from the San Francisco Bay Area.
I'm from the Bay too.
I grew up in Fremont. Where'd you grow up?
San Jose.
Oh my God! So I lived in San Jose for a year. Yeah. Which is where I met my husband Mark, and we met in an AOL chat room, vintage.
Vintage.
I don't even think they have them anymore. We're like, what is that? And I lived with him in San Jose for a year before we decided to move to LA.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
Which we just had our 18th anniversary.
Oh my gosh,
so,
congratulations. Yeah. Wait, who had the idea to move to LA? Was it you? Was it your husband? Was it a mutual decision?
We were just taking little road trips, like on the weekends. We'd be like, oh, let's go to LA. Let's go to Disneyland. It started with Disneyland. Yeah, it's pretty much Disneyland's fault.
Will get you.
And so we were taking little road trips, and we were like, let's go to Disneyland. Yeah. And I guess he always had the idea that he wanted to live in LA, and me, I was like, no, whatever. My family's on the Bay. Like,
right. That's exactly how I feel.
My background is in figure skating, so I was at the time I was well, I'm getting back to it. We'll get to that. But I was a coach at the time, and so I had like an established clientele and classes and things, and I was a lot skinnier back then. And we just were like, hey, would you ever want to move to LA? Yeah, it's cool here. Like, I like the creative energy.
Yeah, totally.
It seems like a fun place to live.
It is.
And one thing led to another, and we started looking at places, and
now you're here.
We actually like found a place.
Yeah.
Before we had like actually decided to, so we like put a deposit, and things just kind of happened that way.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay, and tell me when you started doing drag. Is this something newer? Has this always been part of your life?
So drag didn't start until I moved to LA.
Okay.
My husband had dressed up. We had dressed up a little bit, like for Halloween and things like that. Like, but it wasn't like performance based. And then when we moved to LA, my husband does makeup. Yeah. Oh. And so his coworker was like, "Hey, I've got this place. They're having like a little talent drag show." Yeah. They asked him to do it, so he went and did it. Won the competition. I was like, that looks like fun. I want to do that. Just
came and slayed. I was like, this is mine.
I've got a little, my husband calls it FOMO. So whatever he does, I like to do. He just inspires me. So I was like, that looks like fun. So I put together one number. My first drag number was hairspray. I bought like a big wig, and he rhinestoned the outfit, and I competed, and then I won. And then the the drag queen who was in charge of it. Yeah. Her name was Psychedella Facade. Okay. Psychedella is kind of like a LA-based drag legend, like Long Beach. Like we call her the drag mother to all. And so she was in charge, and she kind of took me and Mark, my husband, like under her wing, and we became her drag daughters.
I love that. That's a beautiful story.
It just kind of all evolved, and then from there we just started doing like competitions, going out. I became the head of the West Hollywood cheerleaders at one point.
Badass. Okay.
And then Drag Brunch was just starting to make a comeback at the time.
Yes.
At the Long Beach Hamburger Mary's location.
I've been to the one on Melrose. Is it Melrose?
It's on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Yes, Santa Monica Boulevard. Yes.
At the time, that location didn't even have a Drag Brunch. Oh, so it was Long Beach, and then West Hollywood decided to do it. So I've kind of been there, like, at the start of like Long Beach, Ontario. There used to be a club called Velvet. I was there when they started their brunch. So it just kind of all evolved over the last 15 years. So
wow.
Yeah.
So you've been doing it for 15 years now?
It's like probably going on like 16. I'm really bad at dates.
Yeah.
But it's over 15 years.
Wow. That's amazing. And I didn't even ask you, what is your name on stage?
My drag name is Sparklestone.
Oh my god! Anything with sparkles, I'm like, I'm in.
It evolved from, because we couldn't at first. I didn't have one, so it was between like chandelier.
And do you name yourself? Does somebody name you? Like, how does this work?
I kind of had an idea of what I wanted, which was either like glitter, rhinestone, chandelier, or like crystal chandelier. Ooh. It like all was in that
sounds
like
expensive.
Area, you know what I mean? Like I've always been attracted to like rhinestones and sparkly things. Since I was a kid.
Like,
I mean,
anything like this.
And so we just kind of like, it just turned into Sparklestone.
I love it.
Yeah, so it was like, it was a combination of like my idea and my drag mother kind of like refined it.
And what is Sparklestone like? Like, is she like your alter ego? Is she like maybe the version that, like, is it like certain traits that maybe you're not willing to explore as Carlo, or like how does it go? How does it go down? You know.
So as myself, as Carlo, I'm kind of like reserved and shy. It just ever since I was a teen.
Yeah.
Figure skating kind of brought me out of that.
Yeah.
But as Sparkle, I'm like kind of loud and obnoxious.
That's
not like horrible, but
you're fun.
I'll like flirt with guys or like
you
know do things that I wouldn't do normally as myself. It's almost like putting on a mask. Of like becoming like somebody else. And so I get to have like different experiences as Sparkle than I would as Carlo. So,
I love that. And what does Sparkle like look like? Does she have like an OG classic look, or is she always switching it up? Like,
so I'm really into anything that's got sparkles.
Right, I was gonna say anything glitter, sparkles. Like,
I love jewelry.
Oh,
I have a huge jewelry problem.
Is it a problem? You know what I mean?
It's not a problem. I just have too much of it. So I'm always getting rid of stuff. I'm like, here, take this. Here, like I've got bins and bins, and jewelry makers, you know, they're always like, hey, you want this?
Yeah.
So I love jewelry. I love costumes that have like sequins or rhinestones or like metallic fabrics.
Yes. Are you like a bodysuit?
No,
or
I'm not into like really. I'm very body conscious.
Yeah.
So I've always been a little reserved with that. So if it's got like a peplum to kind of hide the belly, or you know, I like big ruffles, like overcoats and things like that. So lots of layers. I like to open the show with something that reveals into something.
Ooh.
Big head pieces. I get a lot of my stuff made in Bangkok. We can touch on that later. And then I do like characters too. I've got like. I wouldn't call them like illusions. I'd call them more like delusions.
Okay.
Because I'm not trying to be like an exact replica.
Right.
So I do Cher, I do Katy Perry, I do Liza, I do
Queens.
Yeah, I do Lady Gaga. But they're always funny. Like they always have a spoof to them.
Yeah.
So like Katy Perry has a little reveal moment, and it's just I've always tried to like add comedy in there.
Yeah. Because
I don't want to take myself too serious.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's fun. I
know some people like to be like spot on dead serious, and I'm like, it's never been my aesthetic. It just I'm too self-conscious that way to be like, oh my god, do I look like Cher? Am I looking like her? So it's always like exaggerated, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I love that. And what about your husband? Does he also like? Does he have like a specific like this is me, or does he switch out wigs? Like.
So his drag name is Holly Day.
Holly Day.
And he just kind of like he kind of does we kind of have our own aesthetics differently. He does characters as well, but he also likes fringes and sequins and things, and he makes all of his own stuff. And he makes like 90% of all my stuff.
Oh my god. Okay, so you have like OG like outfits. Like no one's getting the same outfit.
Usually not. So
has
he
it ever
just
happened or so?
Like, well, now that he's gone from makeup into his own costume business, I'll see stuff. I'm like, I want that too. Yeah. Maybe I'll do it in a different fabric. But most of the time, it's getting shipped to like the Midwest or Florida or whatever. So no one over here is gonna have it.
Right.
Sometimes girls over here will order things and we'll be like, oh shoot, and I have the same outfit.
Yeah.
So, but I always bring like extra stuff to shows so I can be like, I'll wear this instead. Yeah. I've just learned over the years, like.
How do you like prepare for your routine or your show? Like, are you practicing in front of a mirror, or are you performing in front of your husband? Like, who's like?
No, I've never really been like a practicer, like in front of mirrors.
So you're winging it.
Yeah, like I'll test the waters like with a smaller show, So if I'm doing like something new, I might do it somewhere small with like a smaller number audience before I'll bring it to like a bigger show.
Yeah.
And then even that, like if it's new, I'll still be nervous with it. And if it doesn't work, then I'll change it or get rid of it.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
So I kind of know what works and I stick with the same stuff, the same format now. But yeah, I've tested the waters. I have numbers that I've like sold or gotten rid of that just didn't work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you still get stage fright, would you say?
It depends on the location.
Okay,
depends.
tell me these what location would give you a little bit of...
It depends on like it depends on where I am. Like I've done shows at colleges with like 2,000 people, and like just that can be really nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
can't even.
I'm used to like shows with like 100 to 200 people.
That's still a lot of people.
That's like my comfort zone. Anything more than that, I really start to get like really nervous.
Yeah.
But I could even be at a place with like 20 people, and that might make me even more nervous than with 200, just because I've got
intimate.
Yeah, it's intimate, so I feel like I have to be extra with those 20 people.
Right.
So it just depends. But yeah.
What is like a daily, like when you go to, like, let's say you're going to Hamburger Mary's, like what's your routine? Like you clock in, and then like is there like a dressing room and everyone's getting dressed back there, or you come prepared, or like,
so it depends on the location. West Hollywood's kind of my home base. During the pandemic, once we started to come back, there was like they kind of like had a set cast just so there wouldn't be so many entertainers in and out of there. So since I've been working there for a long time, I was one of those.
Loyalty to you.
Yeah,
as they should.
And so I kind of made that my home base, and so I kind of like had a set of stuff there, which I still have there. Like I made my own little dressing space.
Okay, cute.
So we do have a dressing room. It's up. It's upstairs. Up a spiral staircase. It's the staircase of death.
I was gonna say, with those heels.
It's really hard. And
are they trying to get sued? No.
So I usually we just hold on really carefully.
Yeah.
So I usually arrive to the club. If I've got brunch, we do 3 shows on Saturday and we do 4 on Sunday now.
Oh wow!
And it's been that busy and that popular.
What are the times like? 10,
so
12?
Saturday is 11, 2, and 4.
11, 2.
I think 11, 2. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Don't quote me.
When do you say, like, when is it like the busiest? Midday or morning?
Usually the mid shows are the busiest.
Yeah.
So Sunday now is 10, 12, 2, and 4. And so usually the middle 2 are the busiest.
Yeah.
The first is kind of quiet because it's early. And then, and then the fourth is...
like they won't leave?
It's hard to get people to leave.
Yeah.
Because, they've had their bottomless mimosas and they get kind of turned and they want to stay and like party more. And so we're like, okay, next everyone
Let's
out.
Let's talk about that. Yeah. So I know they offer a lot of, like bottomless drinks and, alcohol. Obviously, have you ever experienced like people being inappropriate with you or like sexual?
Well,
like I mean, it's a very like unique experience, but when is it crossing the line? You know what I mean?
I don't mind being grabbed. It's actually fun. It just depends. It just depends on who and how they're grabbing me. If someone like if I'm doing Katy Perry and I have my cupcake boob bra on, everyone wants to cop a feel. It's funny.
Yeah.
But if someone like literally grabs onto it, then I kind of have an issue with it.
There's a difference between
and like, I have people that they love to motorboat and they get their lipstick on my thing. And so I can usually tell when they're going to do it.
Yeah.
And I might back up or put my hands on their shoulders so that they don't. And of course, it depends on how much you're tipping me. If you've got like a 5, 10, or 20 in your hand, I'm probably going to be more lenient to like
let you motorboat.
Yes. If you've got like $1 in your hand, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm not going to yet. They think we're a circus clown that's going to jump up and down for $1. I'm like, no. So they're waving around like, do something. And I'll, I'll be like, I don't know, what?
Just take it and leave.
Yeah, I usually do. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. I would just be like,
so it just depends on the situation. I've had, drunk people, and some act fun and some get, but yeah, for the most part, they're cool. Both, right? Yeah.
Like it. I mean, I'm sure 16 years in the business, you've seen it. You've seen it all.
I've seen everything. I've had people throw up like near me. I've been there, done there. Yeah. No one's thrown up on me, thank God.
That's okay.
But
that's
close by.
Have you always gotten the support from your friends and family?
Yeah, my mom's been to like several shows whenever she comes to LA.
That's amazing.
My family, I think, my aunts come, my cousins have all come. No one in my family has been, unsupportive. They were all supportive when I came out. They were like,
that's huge.
They were like, we already knew because I was playing with Barbies at like 5 and 6, so they already knew. But when I came out, in fact, and actually said it, they were like, we already knew that.
Yeah.
So then when drag came around, they were like, oh my god, this is so much fun. We want to come see shows. So yeah.
At what age did you come out?
I didn't come out until I was 21.
Okay. So why? If you felt like it seems like you had a pretty supportive family. You live in the Bay. That's pretty.
I was just nervous.
Okay.
I was just nervous, like that, because I had heard so many stories of like families rejecting and this and that, and I was just like, well, I'm not gonna come out. I'm just gonna stay quiet. I'm gonna have pretend girlfriends. Yeah, like I even went to the extreme of making up a twin brother.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about this. We need to talk about this. First of all, it's Pride Month, so happy Pride Month. But I also want to talk about these types of things because I feel like this is something that I'll never experience. I really want to hear it firsthand from you, like what you went through and like, why create a twin brother or fake girlfriends? Like,
I just thought if I stayed like quiet and silent and like hidden, that I wouldn't have any issues. So when I started figure skating at 12, the ice rink was in the same town, which is across town. And so, of course, the kids from my school would go and see me and be like, I go to school with you. And I'm like, oh, no, you go to school with Carlo. I'm Marco.
Oh yeah. Really?
I went to the extreme of making up a twin brother that lived across town because I didn't want anyone to know because figure skating is deemed gay. And I didn't want people to like put that on top of everything else. Like I was already teased enough, so I didn't want like the additional teasing like on top of that. Yeah. So I was like, no, I'm straight. So twin brother was the figure skater. Yeah. And had fake girlfriends, which obviously never felt right. I was like trying to hold her hand. I'm like, I just knew it wasn't right, but I was like, I'll go with this just to like cover up as much as I can. And looking back, I kind of wish that because my husband he had come out at like 13, 14.
Oh, so he had a different experience.
And so like hearing his experiences, I was almost jealous. Like, I wish I could go back and be like, yes, I'm gay. Here's some glitter and confetti. Like, who cares? Like.
Do you think also growing up in like a different time period? Because now like people talk about it more. It's more open. Back then it wasn't as like like people were
I think now is a different time, especially because there's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So there's all the social media that you've got like influencers that these like kids kind of like watch and look up to. And then they're like, I want to make videos too. And I didn't have that. Yeah. I didn't have a cell phone that did.
And see someone that looks like you represents you. And
so
open.
I think it's a different time for, especially like the new younger generation. Yeah. And there's things that I wish I had when I was like a teen, like videos to make up with my grandmother or, I didn't get all that. So, it's just a different time.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. But thank you for sharing that because I know it's not always easy to talk about that kind of stuff. And also, when, as you like look back at like a couple years back or earlier in your life, you're just like, oh, that moment affected me or not being able to talk about this like affected me. Like, but I'm hoping now you can live your truth.
Well, that's funny that this is the first time I've ever talked about this like in a public forum. Like my husband knows, some close friends know, but I don't think anyone else really knows.
How does it feel talking about it?
It's good. It's like a little emotional, Yeah. So, but I like it.
Okay, good. Okay, as long as you feel comfortable.
Yeah, no, it's nothing uncomfortable. It's just like the things that you do that you didn't realize that you were doing when you were like going through it and your adolescence, So, like I even had like kids that I knew that were gay that would like hit on me, and I'm like, I'm straight. And looking back, I'm like, oh man, like I missed that like window to be like. But I feel like everything has a time and a place, and maybe that wasn't the right like time and place.
Right.
So I can't look back and like be mad or upset about it or dwell on it.
Yeah. So. No, that's an excellent point. So when was the first time that you put on makeup?
The first time I put on makeup. I mean, I used to play with makeup when I was a kid, secretly.
Yeah.
My cousin Alicia I'm an only child, first of all, so I didn't have any siblings,
Okay,
and so I was very close with my cousin Alicia, and so of course I wanted everything that she had, all the way up to I wanted to have a period.
Okay, I don't know about that part.
But like as a kid, I didn't know. I was like,
Right.
I can't wait to get my period. Like, just weird stuff. I was a weird kid.
So legendary. That's so funny.
And so sometimes she would dress me up like and make me over, and I was like her little muse.
Yeah.
And so I always would go when I would go to the drugstore like by myself. I would like buy a compact or mascara. So I had like a secret stash of makeup that I would put. And I was always like into like when Priscilla, Queen of the Desert came out, I was like, what is this movie? This is so fabulous. I want to be in those feathers, in that makeup. Then Showgirls came out and I wanted to be a showgirl.
Yes.
And so like in the middle of the night, I would go into the bathroom and I would try to replicate like
I love that.
the showgirl makeup, gluing the rhinestones on my eyes. So I always had like a fascination with like makeup, transformation, like being, and so.
What's your favorite makeup? I guess item.
I mean, probably glitter. I love.
I should have known that. What a stupid question.
I love when I get to put on the glitter and the lashes. It really like just brings everything together.
Yes.
Some
jewels here, like is that like?
Not anymore. Sometimes if I'm gonna do like a movie or something, I might where I'm gonna get a close up, but the glitter seems to do the job.
Okay.
I don't like reusing the rhinestones, so once I pull them off, I'm like it.
How long does it take to get ready?
I like to have 2 hours.
Okay.
Comfortably.
Yeah.
But I can get ready in an hour if I'm like alone and it's quiet and no one is talking to me.
Right. How does that happen though? Like I feel like
that's pretty rare.
Yeah.
I mean, I get to the club 2 hours before.
Yeah.
And sometimes 3, and so I can really just have that time to like put on my music.
Yeah.
Drink my coffee.
Like it's not rushed.
No. I just take my time.
Yes.
And but if I do my makeup at home for like a TV shoot or something, then I'll do it pretty quick in an hour, and then I'll finish like lips and lashes like when I get to set.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty fast. I feel like, and then you're putting on a wig, right? So you have to like. So you have to slick back your hair, put the hair
I slick my hair back with like just a really strong hair gel because I don't want any like hair flyaways, and then I put like I put on like a I don't know what to call it. It's like a wig cap band, and I just velcros around, so I've got something to like pin the wig into if I want to. But I like the way that the wig sits on it. Some people glue their hairlines down. I don't because it ruins wigs, and then you have to clean them and wash them too much. Some people use like a strong hairspray.
I was gonna say, how do they do all hair?
I'm not much of. I don't do any of that. I'm more like stand and twirl and blah blah. Okay. So I don't. But some girls, they just use different products depending on what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's break into some of the makeup that you brought.
Yeah.
To see like what's in your makeup kit.
Okay. What's in my makeup bag? So I mean, so I have like my glue. This is.
Oh yeah,
my favorite glue stick.
This
is the Elmer's Extreme. It's like stronger than regular Elmer, and I live for this glue.
What is it?
So this is to glue your eyebrows down, so it makes them flat, and that way, like it's almost like creating like a new canvas that you can like, because my brows go like really high up, like almost like I'm sweaty. It's hot. My brows go up really high. I like a really extreme face. Yes. Yeah. They're like in the middle of my forehead.
Do you thin eyebrows?
Oh no, they're pretty like hefty.
Okay.
But
so they've Pamela Anderson.
No. And they've changed over the years. If I look back to my pictures, which I did the other day, I was like, oh, that brow is like thin and tiny. Yeah. But like as I've evolved, I'm like, no, I want it thicker. I want it bolder. I want you to see me from across the room.
Hell yeah.
So and then the foundation. It's the makeup brand is Krylon.
Okay.
And this is made for like TV, stage, and film.
Oh.
And it's like super heavy. Okay. It's like a super, super heavy full coverage foundation.
Okay.
I get these. It's a beauty store. It's in the Valley. It's called Friends. I think this is 5W or 4W.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very different than like your normal, like walk into the drugstore, get your cosmetics.
In a sense that it's just more of like a pop.
This is like super heavy duty.
Okay.
So it will cover up literally everything, including like a man's 5 o'clock shadow.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So it would cover up
tattoos.
Like,
this is like heavy duty.
You're like, I'm not.
And I do like a base layer, and then I go back in and then I stipple like what would be like the beard growth to like make sure.
Yeah.
And then I powder it, and then I put MAC Studio Fix on top of that.
I love that. Okay.
So
this is like, I didn't know this.
It's like several layers of like cosmetics. You know?
Yeah.
Like the powder's by Coty, which is like a really old brand. I think women in like maybe the 30s or 40s were wearing it.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I don't know the evolution. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the evolution of it going into drag. Maybe that drag queens just discovered that it was a super like heavy duty powder.
Yeah.
And so they're available at like the drugstore, and they're like $7 or $8.
Oh.
I just put it in my own little container.
Okay.
It comes in a bigger container,
okay.
but I just put it in my. It has like a really perfumey, like old lady kind of a smell. I don't know. It's just kind of a go-to. Yeah. So that, and then of course my MAC Studio Fix. They're my husband used to work for MAC, so of course I would get a nice discount. But yeah, I like this for touch-ups. Yeah. I think I'm NC 35. But yeah, I do like the base layer over everything, and then like I use this for touch-ups in between like shows just to kind of keep fresh. Yeah. So yeah. Contour. We've got contour.
Oh yeah. So what's your contour? I don't see like this is. I'm asking because I like know.
These are
I don't know how to contour.
They're by Mar. Oh no, totally. These are by Maron.
Okay.
So they're called Star Blend.
Yeah.
And I love the size of these. They're super.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
And this is like super dark. This is like contour 2. They have contour. They have contour 1 as well. Okay. But they're made for like stage, so it's kind of cool discovering these. They're for theater, stage. Yeah. There's some great stores here in the valley. Yeah. My favorite. So I have been to Nigel's. Yeah. Nigel's is a little overwhelming for me. Okay. So I go to one called Friends. It's on like it's Friend. It's just been our favorite store. Yeah. We've tried all the ones. Yeah. Friends is always our go-to. They're always the nicest
Friends
staff.
Is a friend.
Yes, absolutely. So plug to Friends. Thank you. So I'm always there buying, and then that's my highlight. This is like, what's it called? Moonlight White. They make like Moonlight White and geisha and all kinds. You can use them wet or dry.
Oh, really?
I like them dry just because I don't want it to be too cakey.
Right.
But I mean, you can put your finger in. They're pretty like intense. Like rub it. Yep. Yeah. No, I mean, they're like once it's on, it's on. It's like white. Yeah. So. These are some of the shadows I use. This brand is called La Femme. Anything pink? And yeah, pink is like my go-to color. Yeah. I just sometimes I'll throw blue in there. Mm-hmm. Black and white are like my must-haves. That's why I have so many of them.
Okay. Does white go as a base? Like
so yeah, I do use white, and then I use some other brands. I use like a liquid white foundation on my lid to get that pop of white. Right. And then I'll pack the white on top of it. And then like the blacks are like super, like dip your finger and like touch that one. Okay. Like look how black that is.
Oh yeah, it's black.
It's these are so pigmented and concentrated. I
love that.
Can I
try the pink?
Yeah, put your finger. That one there.
Oh yeah, she's
pretty. They're like really intense colors, and the best part is they're only like $5 a shadow.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's the best
deal.
That's the best part. So
how quickly do you go through these?
I mean, maybe like every 2 or 3, 4 months, I'll get down to where I'm like, okay, it's time to pop in a new one.
It lasts longer than I expected.
But yeah, no, they last me a while.
Yeah.
But right now I'm like only on stage like weekends, like Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay,
so yeah, I'm not using as much. Yeah. You can just rub them. Whatever. Yeah. It rubs right off. Yeah.
Like, why do you look like a clown? All of a sudden I'm like all smeared like this.
I forgot I had colors on.
Yeah.
So yeah, they last a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my brows, this is dipped down. It's the darkest brown.
Oh.
So that's what I use for my brows. Yeah.
Yes.
And my brows stay on me all day. Yeah. I mean, if I was to take my finger and actually rub it, or if a costume were to rub it, it would smear a little bit. But it's not like where it's like it's not like oily on me where if I like touched it, it would just smear all the way across.
How do you get the makeup remover, or are you like?
So I use a few different products. Mm-hmm. My favorite makeup remover is Clinique Take the Day Away.
Oh, okay.
Take the Day Off.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. One of this other queen introduced me to it. I was like, "What are you doing? What is that?"
What are you doing?
And she's like, "Oh, you just take a dime size and and rub it on your face.
Wait,
and
I need this.
It feels like I don't know what. It feels almost like the consistency of what's that stuff called? Like, not baby oil. Oh God, I can't think of the word. Like Vaseline. It feels like Vaseline almost. You know that stuff in the jar.
Yeah.
It almost feels like that, but cleaner. And literally, it takes off everything. So I buy it,
go like, dip, dip, dip.
and then rub it. I rub it all over.
Okay.
Like I put a rubber glove on because I don't want it all over my. And then I just
that's smart.
I get it all off, and then I use like baby wipes that I actually put rubbing alcohol on.
Oh, okay.
Because I like that to get the glue off.
Yeah.
And then I use like a regular like Clinique wipe around my eye area.
Okay.
So
if it takes you 3 hours to get ready, how long does it take you to get ready?
2 minutes.
Okay.
2 minutes. Oh yeah.
Like,
I'm usually out of my costume and out of my makeup while the last performer is still finishing their last number.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm usually dressed and ready to go.
Yeah, you're like, I'm out the door.
I usually like pre-pack. I have a whole system.
Okay.
So when it's done, I'm like, okay, I'm going.
Like your routine.
Some performers like to hang out, drink, hang out with friends, and I did all that in the beginning. And now that I'm like 40, I'm like, okay, bye. See you guys next.
Do you drink before a show? Do you need like the liquid? Is it for liquid courage, or is it just to like why do like the performers drink?
I mean, I don't know. It's just their preference, I guess. Maybe it's for courage.
Yeah.
Maybe they just like to drink.
Right.
I actually choose to live a sober life.
Oh, nice.
Me and my husband both. So,
that's awesome.
If we're like out to a special occasion, we'll have like some champagne.
Yeah.
We'll have, some sangria when we're in Spain.
Yeah.
But as far as like having, having, like if we go out to dinner, we're not like, oh, I need a cocktail. Oh, I want wine with we just choose to not drink.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. That's awesome. Wait, do you have eyelashes and glitter? Oh, you have glitter.
I have glitter.
I need to see the glitter.
I did not bring lashes. Those are in my little vanity case.
No worries.
I told you, I've got like several bags. It's like, I have like a little vanity train case that's got my lashes. It's got the glues, the lip liners,
and all that. Are you like the bigger the better with the lashes? Or
I wear 2 pairs on top, and I wear like usually 1 or 2 on the bottom. Yeah. Damn, it's a lot. So these are great. These are like they're glitter. They're like in a gel base.
This looks amazing. This looks like something I want to wear like right now.
You could put your finger and dab it on you. Please go for it. You can put it on. That one's like more of like an iridescent. Just wear glitter. It's fun. Yeah. So I wear different shades depending on my mood. So usually I'll go with like the kind of AB. We call it AB. That one usually is like a daily.
Okay.
That one I might do under my brow, so it's more of like a lighter, like a highlight, glittery highlight.
Love that.
And then like I'll do gold if I'm wearing like a gold look. So I'll do different glitters depending on what I'm going to do or wear.
So you literally have glitters for like different color glitters for every outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Like you also even have.
I won't change it, but I'll like. I'll. These are kind of my go-tos.
Yeah.
Love this. I stick with like these shades. Nice. I don't usually do like a pink or blue glitter because these will kind of go with everything.
Right.
So
what about lip color? What's your like
lip color? I like a dark wine, vino, like a dark brown is good. Ooh. I want it to be. I like it when it's really bold and will really show.
Okay.
But I'll do like the lip liner. I'll like feather it out, and then I'll do. Kimchi has these great.
I just met Kimchi like at LA Pride, and I got a great eyeshadow, and it's
great makeup. Great makeup. I love Kimchi Beauty.
Yeah.
I think it's called Diamond Shards. Mm-hmm. They're the best glitter. I think they're for your eye, but I put them on my lips.
Ooh, okay.
And they're fine. But like really pigmented, really good price point. I think they're like $10, but I recently got like a $5 sale, so I bought like 20 of them. So thank you for that. But
sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, great products, and I'm so happy to see like all these performers have their own makeup lines, and now they're such like entrepreneurs with their branding that I'm like, that's amazing that they've got all that. So
what about you now that you are, I know that you are doing drag on the weekends. Like, is that, are you going to start picking up more shows, or what do you like? What's the future?
Well, I am actually very happy just doing my shows on the weekends now that we've got like 3 brunches Saturday and 4 on Sunday. Yeah. I am perfectly happy and content. During the week, I used to do like little bars and other clubs around town, and just as I've gotten older and this scene has changed a little bit.
Yes. How has it changed from like
Well, it just depends on the area. You know, some of the, especially with COVID hitting, a lot of people haven't been comfortable to go out.
Yeah.
So some of the shows have gotten smaller. The audiences have gotten less. Our brunches have actually like tripled and quadrupled in size.
I was going to say, when I went, it was popping.
And so I really just benefited from that. Yeah. And I'm just sticking to that train right now and really enjoying it.
Yeah. You're content where you're at right
now.
Yeah,
people ask me to do stuff all the time, and I'm like, thank you so much for asking, but I'd rather stay home. I'd rather go ice skating.
Yeah. Wait, why is that me?
I just
thank you so much for inviting, but I'd rather stay home.
Well, like me and my husband are both in our 40s now, and we travel a lot. We've got 2 dogs. Yeah. I would rather like stay home with my dogs. I'd rather be home with him, go to a movie, do something really low key that I don't need to do all those other shows during the week. And I'm very blessed and grateful that I'm in that place that I don't have
which is huge. That
it's amazing. Like, you know, I'm very grateful to like the producers who put on the shows and the owners of the establishments that, you know, have faith in me and all the performers that use us regularly.
One more last question.
Yeah, as many as you want.
If you could give any, you know, future drag queens any advice that are entering the, you know, the business or maybe not ready or something's holding them back to like, you know, get into it, like what advice would you give or tips?
Well, I mean, the first thing is just be bold and be yourself. Like just to get yourself out there. Like even if you don't want to perform, dress up and just go out on the town. Yeah. Just like make yourself seen. I think that's the most important. Like just to
feel comfortable.
Yeah, like just be comfortable in your own skin. Yeah. And once you're comfortable there, then start getting into the competitions and the pageants, and every club has competitions. Right. That's like the best way to like get your face out there and then like start your branding, and then producers will see you and be like, hey, I liked what you did. I want you on my show. Yeah. You know? Yeah. That's just the best way. Like I approached all the producers at different clubs when I first moved here. I'm like, hey, I'm new here, and they were.
That's huge. I'm glad that you're saying that, because it's like, so you actually went out. And
I mean, they're not always going to come to you. It's kind of like being
Thank you.
It's kind of like it's like auditioning for stuff. Right. Like, don't just sit in the cafe and wait for that.
And wait for someone to be
someone to discover you. You know. Yes. You have got to get out there, and you have to like make yourself known and see, and like stay positive, and be like a positive, like portray like a positive image, because people are gonna see that. And if you're running around town like, oh, so like, they're gonna be like, oh, who is it? We don't want her here. So, you know, that's what I would say. Like, just be yourself, but portray like. Have fun. Like, have fun. Yeah. Have fun with it.
That's what it's all about, is having fun.
People take themselves too seriously. And you cannot with anything. Yes. Or you're going to drive yourself crazy. And be like, well, why aren't they, like, calling me and booking me? You're taking it too serious.
Right. That's excellent advice. Thank you so much. I think those are all my questions, unless there's anything else you would like to say or...
I don't know. I don't know. Shy.
I feel like this has not been your first podcast. You were.
That's funny.
You were a natural.
Yay!
Like, I love it. Well, I definitely want to be invited to your next show.
Yeah.
Because I love a good drag brunch, and I've actually been to Hamburger Mary's before. And I had so much fun, so I would love to come. So please.
I'm usually there every Saturday and Sunday in West Hollywood.
Great. Okay.
Sometimes they rotate us, and I'll be in the Long Beach location, but I always post the flyer where I'm going to be on my Instagram and my Facebook.
So you're pretty active on Instagram as well.
Yeah. Socials, I'll have the flyer usually Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I just post it throughout the week. So
cool. Well, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on your flyers. If you want to give out your social media, so follow you and come to your shows.
I'm on Instagram. Instagram is the best for me.
Yes.
And that's Sparklestone LA. I think Facebook is, you could just type in Sparklestone and you'll probably find me as well. But Instagram is funner for me, I think. I think it's just more of like a fun social media tool. So
yeah. Thank you, Sparklestone.
And I brought you presents. You want your presents?
Oh wait, yes. Okay. Oh my god, I forgot. Yes. Oh my god.
These are some pins for you guys.
Ooh. Oh my god.
That's from my last.
Yes.
That's from my last collection.
Sparklestone.
And then these are my other buttons. Yeah, these ones go there. Those ones go there.
Those ones go
Those
there.
ones go there.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find this one right now.
You might have to turn the little like painty thingy.
Oh my god, I love this. This is so cute.
These are my little Sparklestone stickers I had made.
Oh my god. Wait,
My artist, his name is Neon Clown. He's not available.
I want to see you like dressed up.
Yes.
Do you have any photos?
I do.
Can we show the
Of
audience?
course. And then these are some of the new ones I just had made. And her name,
God,
that
adorable.
artist is Hillary P. Taylor on Instagram. And so she came to our show a few weeks ago.
So cute.
And she made little drawings and sent them to us. And I loved them so much that I said,
purchase.
I just had those photos done.
Yeah.
And I was like, can you turn this into a cartoon for me? And so I commissioned her. And then I ordered stickers. And I have like t-shirts and fans. And, you have to be a celebrity in your own head. Even though I'm not on that TV show that shall not be named, I'm still a celebrity in my own head.
Okay, you're on a TV show coming up, but you're not.
I'm not on the TV show.
But let's give a little hint so people can look out for it.
Well, you guys can see me on To Catch a Predator. No, I'm kidding. I'm not on there. I'm not.
Wait, I was like, wait.
I'm not on there. I've been on several TV shows. Like you could, I was on Botched. I actually was on Botched.
Wait, really?
Yeah, this queen, she had plastic surgery, so they did the reveal party, and so I was the host at Mary's. Yeah. I can't even think of what else I did. I was on Glow.
No, I love Glow.
I was on Glow. They have like a big ball. You could see. I forgot the name of the ball, but you could see me on that. Amazing. I was on Perfect Harmony. I'm one of 3 shares. You could see me on Perfect Harmony. So I'm like, okay. I do. I've got like a whole list, but I never got into that for any sort of like fame or like I'm on TV. It's just kind of like happened, and it makes me happy. And it's fun. And then the episode comes out, I'm like, oh my god, look, I'm on TV. Look. Yes. I feel like we forget, like in Hollywood, it's not about like for me at least, it's not about being famous. I genuinely enjoy and love making movies. It's so much fun. Again, like I think some even like actors and drag, they drive themselves crazy trying to be like famous. Like, how fast can I be famous? And it's like I think some people go into it with like the wrong mentality, and like I've seen so many. They get depressed, right? I've seen so many people come and go over the years, like good queens, and I'm like, wow, like, and they're just gone one day. They've quit. They're gone. They've sold all their drag. They just couldn't handle the, I guess, rejection. Yeah. Like, and that's part of it. Yeah. I mean, hello, Hollywood is like built on rejection. Yes. And, even I still put in for like shows and stuff, and they don't call me back. And I'm like, well, it's part of the business. Yeah. But you know what? It happens. Everyone gets rejected. All you need is that one person. Yeah. You never know. I just say keep trying. You can get rejected 10 times in a row, but then you might literally get the gig the 11th time. Like, exactly. Do not give up. Everyone watching is in the industry, so I'm like, don't give up. You get rejected. I've gotten rejected. He's gotten rejected, and we're still getting gigs. So take it from us. Absolutely. Here I am, like 16 years later. Woo! Yeah. I can't wait to like hang this all over my wall. Please hang them all over. Thank you so much for coming, and I can't wait to see you. Wait, show me a picture just so I can glance at the screen. Sorry. I left my phone over there. Oh. Yeah. Do you want? If it's in the front of that bag there, like there's like a front little pouchy. I need a should be sticking out a little bit. There you go. Okay, let's see. The audience needs to see. I'm like, you can't just show us these awesome stickers and then be like. Let's see. We'll go into like my casting. There I am. Oh my god! Yeah, I just had these done. I love. Okay, wait. Let me zoom. So there, we did the photo shoot at Hamburger Mary's, and yeah. I use them for promos. Like sometimes I'll turn them into like stickers and merch. So, I love it. You've always got to like stay relevant. And drag is very expensive, by the way. So you're going to constantly be spending money on like makeup, wigs. You've got to like, don't just think you're going to get like 4 sets or something and that's it. Yeah. It's a very expensive business. Yeah. I'm like, me and my husband are off to Thailand, July 4th. Yeah. Be there for 7 days. I have vendors that make costumes and things, so I bring stuff back, I sell it, so it's a side business for me. And I make little rhinestone gloves, so watch out for those. So can you make me some? Yes, okay. Whatever color you want. Next episode I'm gonna be like, yes, whatever color you want, you let me know. I appreciate that. Well, thank you again so much for coming, and I can't wait to watch you live. Yeah. Bye everybody, see you guys next week. Bye.